Hello everyone. Today's topic of discussion is political economy of Britain. Political economy refers to the distribution of political and economic power in a given society and how that influences the directions of development and policies that bear on them. Political economy is the study of the role of economic processes in shaping society and history. Political economy has come to be closely associated with the work of economists who adopted key concepts developed by Marx, in particular his focus on class processes or relationships, but who rejected the economic determinism of orthodox versions of Marxist theory. Political economy can be defined as the actual relationship between political and economic institutions in a particular country, as well as the policies and outcomes they create. Political economy assumed the definition of the study of economies of polities or nation-states in the 18th century. Political economy incorporates liberal, realist, Marxian, and constructivist theories from political science. Starting from the 19th century, economics, or the study of economy, replicated the term political economy. UK is one of the world's most globalized countries. London is the world's largest financial center alongside New York and has the largest GDP in Europe. Free trade had been the pillar of British political economy since the repeal of the Common Laws in 1846 and withstood the international drift towards neo-mercantilism in the late 19th century. In the 1945 general election, just after the war's end, the Labour Party was elected, introducing sweeping reforms in the British economy. Taxes were increased, industries were nationalised, and a welfare state with national health, pensions, and social security was created. The coming years saw some of the most rapid growth Britain had ever experienced, recovering from the devastation of the Second World War and then expanding rapidly past the previous size of the economy. By 1959, tax cuts had helped boost living standards and allow for a stronger economy and low unemployment rates. By the 1960s, this growth began to slow and unemployment was rising again. During the 1970s, Britain suffered a long-running period of relative economic malaise dogged by severe inflation, strikes, and union power, with neither the Conservative government of 1970 to 74 nor the Labour government which succeeded it being able to halt the country's economic decline. This led to the election of Margaret Thatcher, who cut back on the government's role in the economy and weakened the power of the trade unions. Margaret Thatcher blamed the weakened economy on the socialist policies set in place by the government after the Second World War. She privatized business and industry, cut back on social welfare programs, strengthened national defense, got tough with the labor unions, and returned to the market force controls on the economy. She was a controversial Prime Minister for 11 years. Thatcher resigned office in 1990 when other Conservative Party leaders challenged her leadership. Thatcher's hand-picked successor John Major at first followed her policies but later moderating them by abolishing Thatcher's poll tax, reconciling with the European Union, and showing social cutbacks and privatization. In 1997, Labour's gradual return in the centre was rewarded with the election of Tony Blair, who promised to create a new Labour Party and rule in a third way, a centrist alternative to the old Labour Party on the left and the Conservative Party on the right. In the government, the Labour bowed to the interests of the city. It failed to protect the security of its citizens because it did not regulate the dangerous activity of financial markets. The UK was in recession for the first time since 1991, official government figures had confirmed. The latter decades of the 20th century had seen an increase in the service providers and a drop in industry combined with the privatization of some sections of the economy. The world changed on the day that the Lehman Brothers went bust. 30 years of neoliberalism came to an end in the month of mayhem that followed in the world's financial markets. Things will never be the same again after the collective and decisive action taken by the finance ministries and central banks from the G20 countries to prevent the Great Recession in the winter of 2008 becoming a second Great Depression. Growth since then has been patchy, held back by weak credit growth, a contraction in real incomes, and the poor economic outlook in the UK's major trading partners. In response to the financial crisis, the British government implemented a wide ranging stability and recovery plan that included a fiscal stimulus package, bank recapitalisation, and credit stimulus schemes. That's the end of the lecture, and this lecture is taken from this book. If someone wants to know more about the political economy of Britain, they can refer to this Comparative Government and Politics. It's written by Chanchal Kumar and it's published from New Century Publications, New Delhi. Thank you.